And welcome back to the West Ham Network. You have witnessed West Ham knockout Manchester City, mate. Manchester City are gone. They have not been beaten in the Carabao Cup since October 2016. West Ham have taken the game to Man City with our squad, mate. Full blown rotation in our squad. Look at a little Stato, look at little Anton sitting here doing a little YouTube channel. What do we know, mate? What do we know? We know nothing. We know nothing.
Nothing.
Who knows better than us? None other than the man himself, Mr. David
Moisile.
Moisiah. It's unreal, mate. I thought we deserved it tonight. I really genuinely thought we deserved it tonight. It was a hard-working, physical performance by West Ham, and we took the game to Man City. Yeah, they had a lot of possession in the first half. We nullified most of the threats. Areola was on point. I'll dissect the game in a minute, but go on, Matt. How you feeling, mate?
Surprised, shocked, buzzing. I suppose that's probably about everyone, isn't it? It's roller coaster of emotions, to be honest. I mean, pretty much every pundit, everything you want, media, everyone have written us off.
Probably a lot of West Ham fans as well.
Yeah, as I said, I thought maybe Moyes was trying to play for penalties. I didn't think we'd win on penalties. I thought it'd be... But you know what? We look... Moyes had a plan, and the plan worked. So...
Yeah. It did, mate. It did. Well, I mean, listen, get your comments coming in. We'll engage as much as we can with the comments. We've put a link out to the guys who are at the stadium as well, so hopefully they'll come across and they will join us. If you are new around here, I hope you've enjoyed our content tonight. Myself and Matt have been going through all the emotions tonight as well, so please make sure you do subscribe to the channel. Matt, let's start it off from the start, mate. We had the team lineups. This was West Ham's lineup. What did you think? Honestly,
I wasn't convinced in the slightest. I thought the defence was good. I thought Noble and Souček, yeah, they'll probably be solid, but I thought Masuaku would be weak on the left. I didn't think he'd get much out of Carl Walker. I thought Lanzini, yeah. And I wasn't convinced about Yarmolenko. With the pre-game, said he'd be playing on the wing. Wasn't really convinced about that either. You could see we'd be solid defensively, but I thought we'd probably offer little going forward, to be honest.
Yeah.
And
then you had Manchester City starting lineup. What did you think there?
Rotated, but look at that team. You said there's only two. There's only what they got the number 2 goalkeeper in and the backup and the kid. Sorry, and the rest of it. Look, Stones, Walker, Ake, Zinchenko. That back four will probably play some point in the Premier League this season. Mm-hmm. For Fernandinho, Gundogan, De Bruyne have played plenty of times in the Champions League together. And then Mahrez and Sterling either side of the kid. I said it was only the kid, really. It was the one you were like, oh. But even he'd been playing off the bench in other cup competitions and done well. So it looked like a very, very good team. They'd obviously rotated. Because, you know, I mean, Sterling, Mahrez and De Bruyne had all been on the bench at the weekend. But it's undeniable what their squad's worth. You know, they can afford to rotate and still have an amazing team.
It really is. I just want to show you a couple of images about what it means to the West Ham players. I mean, look at this, mate. Look at Mark Noble. How emotional was he at the end of the game tonight?
Well, I said to you earlier, this could have potentially been his last League Cup game. And years gone by, the way we played today, we still would have probably got spanked.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Absolutely. I mean, look at the shock on Diop's face. Look at the shock on Diop's face. It's unbelievable. But I mean, the game itself, mate. The game itself. I mean, there wasn't any real clear-cut chances. The first half, though, Man City did have most of the possession. There's no ifs or buts about it. They had most of the possession. They had one really strong chance. I think we had we got ourselves into more dangerous positions. But very early on, you could see that West Ham weren't going to bend over and hand the respect over to Manchester City that we're so used to seeing over the past couple of years. Players like Masuaku had to step up to the plate. How did you rate him tonight?
We said during the live watch along, I thought he actually was probably harshly subbed.
Yeah,
I don't think he'd done anything wrong. I thought first half, first half, Moyes implemented a similar tactic that he did against Tottenham on Sunday. Don't give the space in behind, because that's what they've got with the wingers and the false number 9 and stuff they had. Don't give the space in behind. Don't let them play through the middle. His basically in the first half, Moyes was like, yeah, what? Let them have the possession, but just make them either take pot shots from distance or cross it in. And I think we were very comfortable. I think Masuaku had a very good game. I thought he looked... We know he's more comfortable playing either wide of a 5 in front of Creswell or just straight up in front of Creswell. I think Creswell gives him more defensive peace of mind. But what he did do, he didn't make any mistakes as either, first half, Masuaku. Interceptions, passing...
He got forward, well. Mate. Yeah, he got forward. He got take-ons. He was actually being really creative. And do you know what was nice about it? And it's not just about Masuaku. What was nice about tonight was that he's probably, out of all the players we saw tonight, he was the one we saw the least. And he was the one that we were really wanting to see squad rotation with. And if anything, that solidifies the confidence that David Moyes has got in this squad, because he's got confidence in abundance, mate. And he's got confidence in this squad. And this squad is full of life, and they all just look like a really great bunch of lads. It really does. And you can actually see that Moyes is picking out these characteristics in all these players. You've got to come with a mindset. You've got to come with a hard-working mindset. You've got to turn up on the day. You've got to work for the team. I don't care. I kind of feel like sometimes Moyes, even though I know Moyes said recently we need other players to chip in with goals, the main priority, mate, the main priority for Moyes is you work for that team. And if West Ham walk away with a victory and you don't score that goal and someone else does, I'll accept that. And that's what we're getting with this West Ham side. We've gone in at half-time, mate. Yeah, as long as you're trying. We've gone in at half-time. I mean, I couldn't really fault any player as such. I couldn't. I thought everyone done all right. There wasn't a player that was awful, in my opinion. I thought Yarmolenko done a good job. I thought Vlasic done well to hold up a bit of play sometimes. I thought he was doing some nice interlinking play with Lanzini. And it came into the second half, and we and you were talking, and especially in the chat, and loads of people in the chat were saying 3 substitutions for Moyes, and I can't remember who exactly it was. As soon as I brought it to your attention, you went, yeah, I could see that happening, but I could see that happening later in the game, about the 70th minute. But in the 55th minute, mate, Moyes just went for it and brought on 3 substitutes. For now...
Yeah, I think it might have been nearer the 60th by the time they actually got on the pitch.
Yeah, you're right.
But at the 55th minute, they were standing on the touchline waiting to come on, and the ball just never went out of play.
And he made a triple substitution, and he made it early tonight.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it transformed the game, but it definitely changed the dynamics, because just the one of the reasons why the players probably were a little bit later in coming on was because West Ham hit a bit of form just as the subs started warming up. And I made the comment to you, Matt, and I turned around to you and I went, it's as if the players have saw those players coming off the bench and thought, right now we need to up our game even more. And then we had kind of, Yarmolenko had a chance. He could have shot from distance. Souček had a chance. He had it well off target. Other players were getting themselves into positions. Masuaku, Creswell were causing problems down the left. Zinchenko was drifting, allowing Ben Johnson to get in on the right. So before those substitutions were made, how did you think we started the second half?
I think even before the subs, we actually started a lot more lively in the second half than we did the first. I think the first half, Moyes basically shut up shop. Stats proved it at half time. We had one shot on target. They had 7 shots, 1 shot on target. And almost like Moyes was like, you know what, get to half time, keep it tight to half time, and then we'll see. And even at the start of the second half, we pressed higher. We were getting high up the pitch. We were getting balls in and around the box. And like you said, and then all of a sudden, the subs would basically stand up ready to come on. And like that, it just raised everyone else's level again. Everyone was like, oh.
Yeah.
Like no one wanted to come off. Everyone like sort of started playing better again.
Yeah.
And then the subs did come on.
Before that, though, I mean, we spoke about Masuaku. We thought he's had a good game. Pretty harsh for him to come off. He did. Rice didn't play today, wasn't featured in the squad. Mark Noble came in his position. How did you rate Mark Noble today? Not giving me a number, but just how did you think he played?
Very Mark Noble. I was actually surprised. I think we spoke about it before kickoff that someone in the chat said, "Oh, do you reckon he'll go and do what he done against Man City and kick lumps out of them?" But he didn't. To be fair, It was
Yeah.
considering how emotional he was at the end of the game, he seemed a lot more calm and composed during the game.
Yeah.
Like, he was picking passes out, and when he was committing to tackles, he was quite clearly winning them. There was no risky tackles. It was all very well played. It was an atypical Mark Noble performance. Is the easiest way to describe it. He done everything he does, and he done it all well.
Yeah. He did, mate. I thought he stepped into the West Ham position tonight, and yeah, I didn't really think he put a foot wrong. I don't think there's many teams that can handle the threat of what Man City can offer, especially going forward. And I can't think, with all the attempts that Man City had at West Ham's goal, I think there was only, I don't know what the final standings were actually. Let me see if I can get that up with the amount that were on target. Do you know how many were on target in the end? I mean, there's another player I want to kind of credit for that as well. But if you just give me a second, I'll bring that up for us while we are live. Let's see where it is there. It's coming up to me now. Let me see with the stats. Why are the stats not showing up? Nah, they're not showing up.
He's struggling to get them.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know why they've not came up. Let me see if I can get them. But the point of the matter is, I felt like he particularly nullified him and Tommy Souček nullified the threat. Souček got further forward. Oh, here we go. We've got some stats coming for you right now. So Man City had 25 shots, but only 7 on target. West Ham had 7 shots at goal with only 2 on target. Man City had 8 off target, and 10 of those shots were blocked. We have to take into consideration that the midfield and the defence done their job tonight, and they've done it with abundance. So nobody can sit here and as much as people want to find a fault, there's not a fault to find. We've came up against a side that normally dominate possession. So let's look at the possession stats: 65% to West Ham's 35%. So they dominated possession. They had a lot of shots at goal. A lot of them were blocked. West Ham defended well. Players that people don't rate turned up tonight. There really isn't. I'm struggling to pick up a negative, mate. I thought, I'm going to come into second half in a minute. I thought Vlasic had an okay game. But considering Moyes is consistently saying, I want to bed him into the team, that's highlighting the fact that he accepts an okay game from Vlasic until Vlasic finds his form. I thought Yarmolenko isn't playing the way he's been playing in the last couple of 3 or 4 weeks ago. I think Yarmolenko's upped his game a bit. I can't remotely sit there. He looks interested again. He looks lively again. That's a really good way of putting it. Yarmolenko does look interested again. So as we've come into the second half, we've hit a bit of form. We're playing really well. We're creating opportunities. Bang, we bring on these 3 substitutes. What did they do for West Ham?
They started causing problems. They did start causing more problems. I'm trying to think, was it the chance not long after they come on? Fornals ran down the wing, cut it back to Bowen. Played 1-2 with Fornals, ended up breaking to Lanzini, and he got clipped and went over the bar. But all of a sudden, I don't want to say it was a level of quality, because the players that were on the pitch in the first place were quality. But I think the link-up play between the 3 that came on, they all know each other's game. They all knew what they were doing. It brought the better play out of Lanzini, I think, when he had the more intelligent players around him as well.
Yeah.
And it just meant that Man City couldn't bomb on and commit everyone forward, because they had something to think about. All of a sudden, it wasn't just like they could just, we'll chuck everyone in West Ham's box and just leave Fernandinho back.
Yeah.
Because if he leaves Fernandinho back, then West Ham leave Bowen forward, and Bowen will rinse him.
Yeah.
They imposed themselves on the defence, meaning that we still had outlet balls.
Yeah.
And it was intelligent play when we did it.
Yeah. Let's move further into the game then. I mean, and I will come into the comments in a minute. There's absolutely loads of comments. I'll come into them in a minute. The game's seen itself out. It's gone 0-0. But before we even get on to the penalties, Areola, mate, talk to me about Alphonse Areola tonight.
He had a brilliant game, didn't he?
Yeah.
He made, I think 7 shots on target means he had 7 saves. And it was 7 very big saves.
Yeah. Really big saves, yeah.
There was a couple of brilliant ones. Was it the header from Gundogan that is the reflex one that he saved? Sure, saved one.
A couple of shots low to the corner. There was one. He had to stretch and save as well. A shot from Zinchenko from distance that caught him off guard. He had to tip it over the bar. A really good performance. And what we've got now is, we've seen another clean sheet for Areola, another clean sheet for Fabianski at the weekend. We've got two goalkeepers here, mate, that are going to be fighting it out for. And do you know what the funny thing is? Yeah, we've got through on penalties. You're kind of starting to think to yourself, where do you want to play? Because if you go on a run in the cup competition, especially in the Europa League, where do you want to play? I know people will always say Premier League, Premier League, Premier League, but when it gets to the semi-finals of cup competitions,
you've got to commit to it.
You've got to commit, and then if you're the other player that's not playing in that cup competition, and trust me when I say this, they will all want to win a trophy in any of these cup competitions.
Oh yeah,
you will want to play. You will want to play. So, yeah. Anyway, penalties. I mean, we're not going to dissect all the penalties. We scored all 5, mate. We were a perfect penalty takers tonight.
Foden, to be honest.
Foden hit it wide, but we looked confident on the penalties. And my favourite penalty was probably Craig Dawson's, mate.
Oh, absolutely smashed it like top corner, didn't he?
Yeah, it's quality, mate. Absolutely.
Although, yeah, I think we should add that no one relevant's going to see this, but I don't want to see that camera angle again.
No, absolutely not. The camera
angle was absolutely awful.
Absolutely.
Whoever at Carabao TV or whatever decided that behind the goal was the best angle to show.
It's absolutely wrong.
No.
Anyway, let's jump into the comments, mate. There is, I don't know how many, so I'm going to try my best to jump through them as much as I can. Emir Murat, buzzing. Paul Flower, History Boys, whoop whoop. Absolutely, it's knocked out the 2 Manchester teams. Fresh fielder, massive. Grandson's on the way. First thing my boy's going to tell him is how massive we are. Absolutely. Neil T, we are massive, mate. Anthos, whoop, whoop. Andy Pepper, Spurs Sunday City tonight. What a great week. Come on, you irons, and good evening, you fine peeps. Andy Pepper, let's not forget Everton, Genk, Spurs, and now Man City. Liam Edwards.
No goals conceded.
No goals conceded, Liam Edwards. Father Snowman, Super Irons. Billy said, I'd love to be Real Ferdinand's house now, but it's proper pissed. Mark Alexander, I'm not sleeping tonight. That's replaying in the head for a while. Absolutely. Reese Peter, Reese is saying 5 years undefeated until they met Big Craig Dawson. Yes, mate. Leave us alone. Team's getting battered everywhere we go. Everywhere we go. Lee, what are we, mate? What are we? I want to play the song We're Simply the Best. Anil, we are supersonic. Mark Alexander, give Areola a contract. Bernie Badham, our club really does need some silverware, and it's what his team deserves too. How many special people change? Cross Hammer. I don't know what that means. Leave a sallow. Hit the like button. Please do. Super proud of our team, Anthos. Mate, it's the best way to sum it up. I am proud. Moyes is... I can't remember who I was talking to. I was talking to some friend I've not seen for a while, just talking about football, and I was just like, I can't get my head... I'm trying... Who was it I was talking to? I can't remember. Who it was.
I've got mates at work that are all like fans of other teams.
Yeah,
and they all come up to me now. But like, I genuinely enjoy watching West Ham play.
Yeah,
and I'm like, oh, we got this team at the weekend. Like I said last weekend, we got Spurs. That'd be a hard game.
Yeah.
Well,
listen, Matt. Sorry, Matt. I want to interrupt you quickly. There's well over 200 people watching live. If you are new around here, please hit the subscribe button. We're on our way to 9K subscribers, but we really want to get 10K before the end of the year. So please hit that subscribe button. You really do help us out. It's massive if you do it. Please go and do it right now. That would be really, really cool. On top of that, please go and hit the thumbs up. It really does help us out as well. So let's get us up to 9K. Bernie says our club really does need some silverware, and it's what this team deserves too. Absolutely. I think I've just read that. Bernie, Soho missed 5 great penalties. Areola was brilliant tonight. He was. Billy, I really need to go to bed, but I'm buzzing. Absolutely, mate. Areola, man of the match. Absolutely. What a massive shout. Many players tonight could have been man of the match, but Areola, I think, possibly takes it from me. Crazy call. Happy Hammers keep on going. Moyes is a genius. Masuaku was class today. Congrats to him. I completely agree with you, mate. He really, really was. Bernie, what an amazing signing I really was. With Zuma too. James Bond, West Ham United. Love that, mate. That was not a heart. That's the heart. Liam, Areola, man of the match, 100%. No one can argue. Completely agree. Neil from Down Under, thank you for joining us. There's the Hammers.
Well, I was about to say, while talking about Areola, one save we didn't mention was the Gundogan chance when
Yeah,
he got deflected to him. He's about
That-
4 yards out,
yeah. I think
and
I've got it. I've
Areola
got it.
dived the wrong way, didn't he? And
Got it
somehow
there,
got his
mate.
feet on it. Yeah, is that
There you
one,
go.
or is that the?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. Look at
Yeah,
where
yeah,
Gwendolyn is.
4 yards out, and he just
Yeah,
dives the wrong way, managed to get his feet on it. Like that was
absolutely.
a massive turning point in the game.
Yeah. We
Because
beat
we were
Man
thinking,
United.
oh,
We
what a
beat
bit of luck.
City. We are on a roll. Anil says Moyes did have a cunning plan. Crazy Call, say it again. What did I say? I don't know what I said, mate. It was such
So
a while
long
ago.
ago.
Daniela, wonderful night to be a Hammer. Absolutely. Vaclav, it was like final night. Congratulations to all Hammers fans. Who wants to come and play at our fortress now? Absolutely. 4 clean sheets, Vinny. Fana Snowman, another clean sheet. When is the draw, guys? Saturday morning, Soccer AM, I think it is.
Yeah.
Yankee, come on, you Irons. We are massive. Richard Walton, all credit to the board for bringing back in Moyes. Yep, can't fault what you're saying there. Liam DA, Man City are small. Leave us alone. I must add, we haven't seen the best of our squad. Only gets better from here on out. Steve Irons, we are massive, mate. Steve Irons says, come on, you Irons. P. Gads Dawson with a pen that scared me the most. Oh, and when they zoomed in on Ben Rama's eyes. I hate it when you do that with penalties because you sit there and you judge the player. And Matt, I was judging what you were saying. You were like, oh, I fancy him. Oh, I fancy him. Ben Rama stepped up and you never said it. And I was like, oh, shit. Oh,
No, I was just like,
yeah.
He did look it, but I didn't want to jinx it at that point. I was like, it's
Crazy
10:30
call.
a.m. UK time.
Vlasic, 10:38. Yeah. Vlasic concerning. This is my very, very, very brief opinion on Vlasic. Moyes has stated what he wants to do with Vlasic. He is not expecting big things from Vlasic this year, like he wasn't expecting big things from Ben Rama this year. So I think it's the fans that are expecting it because of the fee we paid for him. But Moyes has continually said, week in and week out, I don't expect a huge amount for him. He's used them tonight to give him the game time. I thought he'd done okay. Make sure you join me and Matt or whoever's doing the player ratings tomorrow. We'll do that and we'll judge these players on that performance. But yeah, Frank. Sorry, Matt.
Say Vlasic, go on. Think back to last year with Ben Rama, how he started, and by Christmas, January time, we were like, "No, there's a player there." And then Lingard came in, and we were like, "Vlasic just," and it got to the back end of the season, we're like, "He just needs that goal."
Yeah.
Bearing in mind how much of a workload Moyes wants, I'm not worried about that. You can see the way he plays and the way he links up that he fits in that 3 behind the striker.
Yeah.
He just needs to get the understanding and the fitness up.
Yep.
And once he does, I think he'll be fine.
I think I do agree with you, mate. Frank is saying we have to invest in January and then sky is the limit. And I don't doubt for a second that we will. I actually really do think we will invest in January. But I don't think we'll go in for the sake of it. I think with Rob Newman there now, we're identifying targets that we need. David Moyes will be looking at players that he thinks we need to add because he will see West Ham are on momentum and will want to keep that momentum rolling. That's why I thought tonight's victory was really important, mate. Really important. It's all about momentum and keeping the squad as happy as they can. Vaclav is saying Areola was man of the match. Clive is saying the London Stadium is fast becoming a home proper. The atmosphere and support is incredible. Suchek missed a couple of sitters from Liam. He did. Trini, if we keep this up, our transfer window, we are going to have flood of agents touting to us. Stelios saying never in doubt. Anthos, man of the match was Yarmolenko only because I'm happy. Steve Irons is saying the squad is together fighting the same fight. Bang on anyone. Pat Mahone, I have a feeling that we would do that, but I was hoping for a goal. But I will take penalties all day long against them. Warrior 1895. We all thought the worst when we drew Man City out of the hat. But wow, we are massive. Guaranteed we'll get Chelsea away in the next round. The bigger they come, the harder they fall. But we've had big, and we will take them down. Don't you worry about that, Mr. Stelios. Everyone's disrespecting Vlasic. However, last season we all weren't keen on Benny and Luke. Now, I'm not disrespecting him, mate. I think we're learning. We're learning the West Ham way, and Moyes is doing that.
It's Moyes' way. Moyes has earned the right to bring in players and develop them. Don't forget, he's still young.
Yep.
23, mate. Right.
Mark Alexander, I said 3-2. I'll take 5-3. Absolutely, Dad. There you go, mate. There you go. Leave a salad. Don't hold me to it though, Crossed Hammer. But I do like my dream, my friend. Like my dreams. This has been a long time coming, in my opinion. Quattro, that's essentially their A team, and we took it to them. We did, mate. Narky, I love the way the team faced the goal all together. Nobody looking away. They were so up for it. Narky, I love that comment, mate. I love that. Let me bring them up there for you right now. Every single one of those players were staring at the park. Look at their faces. I absolutely love it, mate. Absolutely love it. Never in doubt because Areola was in the box. Stelios defense is so good. Jono's the new kid on the block. He is, mate, and we've got players there that can cover. Arsenal, Brentford, Chelsea, Leicester, Liverpool, Sunderland, and Spuds left. Billy, there you go. Noble like me is in a complete mess. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Duzzy O'Dear Irons. They're going to stitch us up with either Spuds, Chelsea, or Liverpool. I don't care. We're quarterfinals of the League Cup. We'll take that. What West Ham just showed everyone that they can play and they can also part the bus against the best and come out on top. Steve Irons says, great subs by Moyes. Gaza saying, I'll take any team right now. We are massive. Vinay, you're saying we'll win competitions today. I can feel it. Been waiting since 1980. When are the player ratings? They will be tomorrow evening. We will try, unless we can do one a little bit earlier, but I think it will be the evening. Right off to bed, West Ham are massive. Thank you for joining us, mate. Our defence is really organised and solid. I love Spurs next from Neil T. Take them all down on the route to lifting that cup. I love that, mate. Duzzy O'Dear, evening peeps, what a moment to be alive. Mouse. Great early subs, yes. Anthos is saying if we had tried that defending 2 years ago, it would have been 4-0 defeat.
Yeah, and that's credit to Moyes for that.
Yeah, absolutely. I do not think I can fault anyone tonight myself, Bernie. Do you agree with that comment, Matt?
Yeah, like I said, I wasn't sure about it before kickoff, but Moyes had a plan. Moyes' plan was frustrating for 60 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm sure he would like to have won in normal time, and we probably should have that late Souček chance. But hey, two of the three subs scored penalties. So
yeah. Clive is saying Masuaku was comfortable on the ball. He provided us with another dynamic out wide on the left. He did, mate. Hammerhead is saying we need to sign Areola after that performance tonight. Narky is saying I can honestly say I've never seen such a great West Ham side before. They really play for each other. Such a proud Hammer. James Bong is saying Masuaku for Hammer of the Year.
Don't let Stell say that.
Areola was like a boiled egg, unbeatable. Check out the West Ham United Twitter. They put up, we are massive. Obviously been watching our network. They have, mate. Stelios is saying Areola best game yet. Johnson was comfortable until they targeted him. I thought
to be fair, I think again, you know what? We're obviously doing the ratings tomorrow, but you know what? Anyone's been watching the ratings. I could probably give them Moyes 10 ratings about the last 4 games in a row.
Yeah,
but we weren't sure whether Soufal was going to play when it come on, and you actually said that. And you went, they're getting too much. They're getting overlaps down the left now. They're getting too much attack down the left.
Yeah,
Moyes saw that, and he took off Lanzini and put Soufal on. But shut it off again.
But I don't think it was Johnson's fault.
No, they were like bombing players on that side. Yeah.
So I think
overloading that side.
Yeah, I think he was comfortable, and I think he was comfortable throughout. He just needed support, and he got that when he came on. Still saying Dawson and Diop were excellent. They were. Craswell was decent. I think he was a bit more than decent. Still Noble too slow. Couldn't disagree with you more. It's just a ridiculous statement. Still Souček was decent. Vlasic went missing. I don't think he went missing. I think he was just a bit quieter. Lanzini got better when better players were around him. I agree with that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. Your ridiculous statement of a man. Yeah, he's just absolutely lost the plot. Yarmolenko has to go. I mean, that's ridiculous as well, considering he's not going to go.
Yeah.
I think he's like Matt. You said earlier on, he was.
He actually looks more interesting.
Yeah, Vinay saying Lanzini is one amazing player. I think when you play creative players around him, he enjoys it. Jim, Dad, Areola was class. Narky has still been on the juice this evening. He must have been, mate. He must have been.
Must have been.
Eben agreed. Noble was a true captain. Stelios is saying Bowen, Benny, Fornals brought the game to life, especially Bowen. King Arthur, Long Dark Tunnel. It's not worth it. Masuaku played well. I wish Stel was here tonight. Oh, honestly, mate, he just doesn't listen. Neil T, me and Stel obviously watched the same game. Neil T, I don't know what you're on, mate. Stel, don't lie. Masuaku had a good game.
He did.
Who's this Stelios Hammer chap spamming the chat? Richard Walton says, have you been drinking still? Still, you're just absolutely ridiculous comments. What are you saying? Oh no, what is he doing? Trust me, people, when he's in front of you doing the tricks that don't work, work and not crossing the ball when he should, plus always giving the ball away. Masuaku is utter shit. You're honestly, mate, it's
you
ridiculous.
know what? I can't. In general, as a general rule, I would normally agree with that statement.
Yeah.
However, we are not talking about players in general over the last how many years.
Yeah.
We're talking about today's game.
Absolutely.
And that doesn't apply to today's game.
Yeah.
I think we both said in the live watch along when the triple sub was coming on, we were like, who's going to stay on? And I thought it'd be Masuaku because at the time, the attacking 4 players, he'd been the best. Obviously, Lanzini improved when the other intelligent players came on. But Masuaku was unlucky to come off. He didn't do anything wrong, as far as I remember.
Yeah. Duzzy O'Dear saying, Jesus, Still, you know we just beat Man City and matched them. Still's playing a shocker. Cheer up, Still. We won. King Arthur, man of the match. Boys, grab a beer and enjoy this West Ham time. Yes, Duzzy, I'm absolutely delighted. Honestly, just saying it as it is. You're saying it wrong. It's fucking ridiculous. Oh, my words. Vinay saying Moyes said that West Ham will win said if West Ham win the Europa Cup, League Cup, and top 4, then all players will dinosaurs. What are you talking about, mate? I can't even put up Still's comments. I don't even know what he's saying. Vinay saying, agreed, Anton. Everyone did their bits. I think Vasic will become a key player for us.
I do.
I mean, I'm not ramming life home and going, woo! I'm over the top excited. I think he's a decent player. I think there's something there.
You can see the potential there. You can see what Moyes has seen when he's bought him.
I trust what Moyes is doing with him. That's my point I'm trying to make. Eben is saying Vlasic still looks sharp as Bunny did last season. Give him a while he settled. Looks very strong. 7 on target means saves. Areola, man of the match. Still, I think you should shut your eyes when Masuaku has the ball until one of your mates he ain't got it. Oh, right. Matt, I'm going to let you do the comments. Can you finish off the show for me? Because I do need to go. Yep. You just have to just go through the comments and then finish off.
I don't know how far up are you?
Just go about halfway. Cheers, lads.
I don't know how far he got. I'll pick so here. We'll go here. Ross is in the house. Greetings from Algeria. Ben Rama with the deciding penalty. Moyes sensed blood with a triple sub. Quite possibly, Russ. We discussed it. Someone in the chat said it. I thought he might have made it about 10, 15 minutes later, but he went for the subs, went early. And as I said, 2 of the guys that come on actually end up scoring penalties to decide it. So he got the tactics right again. We'd get 2 players in position, we'd have 2 teams. Yeah, I think most teams have that now. But we're getting there, but we build and we don't have the biggest amount of money to spend, do we? So Pete Gadd's Areola did make some massive saves. There's a couple of really, really big ones. Pete Chapman could win tonight. I would have taken penalties before the start. Harry from California. Great to be here. Thanks for joining us. I think the chat have all said as well, he'd probably have to go to Areola. He made some really big saves, stepped up today when we needed it. Hammerette, happy, so proud of the entire squad tonight. As we said, was that 4 wins in a week or 10 days and all clean sheets? You cannot ask for any more than what he's done. Steve, what Moyes and the backroom staff have done with our club in the last 18 months is incredible. Absolutely. Like someone said up earlier in the chat, if that had been 2 years ago, we'd set up with that team with those tactics, we would have probably crumbled 4-0. But the way Moyes has drilled that team and the way they all work for each other, we're going in the right direction right now, which is brilliant to see. I mean, it's been such a long time since we've been in that direction. Just so happy, everyone. Brilliant. We did have a great match, and as I said, Ben Rama deciding penalty never looked like he was going to miss, and that is something I was quite surprised at. I was genuinely worried when we got to penalties, but everyone looked confident when they took them. Don't give a sell about Vlasic. Vlasic played more than a decent game, several nice touches, passing, great chance created for Souček, and Vlasic was fighting. Yeah, I said you can see the potential's there. I think tomorrow needs to be declared a national holiday. Oh, mate, I think most West Ham fans might not be making it into work tomorrow. He's only effective in the middle third. Defensively, I agree with that. I don't think he's the left back. I think he's also a confidence player. So in the middle third, he's not got the pressure on him, and he doesn't need the confidence to do what he does. I think he had the shot. He was unlucky with one shot in the second half. The start of the second half, he had a good shot. He needs confidence. He doesn't have it. He's shown that there is something there. Definitely not defensively. I agree with that instance. There's nothing there at all. Quadruple is still on. Shouldn't that be the queen? 4 clean sheets. It is, which is for us is massive. It's just jumped massively again. Another clean sheet, mate. I know it's, considering back when Moyes come in, we couldn't keep clean sheets. And even back in the last season, start of this season, we couldn't keep clean sheets. And all of a sudden, it's all coming through again. I think why I'm disappointed with players like Yarmolenko Vlasic. It means they have to make way for players who should have been rested. Well, I mean, they only played half an hour, and half an hour isn't a great output on the players that did come on. I'd have been worried, and I'd be more annoyed if they had to come on, and then we had to play half an hour's extra time, because then they've played an hour, and then you might as well have started them. Half hour run out's okay, keeps them fresh, doesn't give them too much of a workload, and most people were sitting back defending. I'm pretty sure on the way we're playing at the moment, everyone wants to play every game anyway. So Yarmolenko and Masuaku need to go, and Vlasic will need a whole season to get to the level he needs to get to. What Moyes has said in a presser at the start of the season, he doesn't expect Carabao Vlasic to be up to speed for 6 months. Moyes has openly said that. So, if Moyes has said it, I'm not going to question against Moyes. Out of the three, I only have faith in Vlasic. Moyes obviously decides what he wants. I don't have any faith in Masuaku as a left back, and I wasn't keen on him before the start of the game today. I'm just calling it as it is. He had a good game. Yarmolenko in the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks has upped his performances. Are they playing for transfers? Who knows? Maybe Moyes has told them, you're going in January or you're going in the summer. Put yourself in the shop window. Quite possibly. Has Moyes found a way to motivate him and get him to play? Another possibility. As a new West Ham fan after the Euros, seems like I chose a good time to get involved with football. You absolutely did. This is not usual for West Ham. Years gone by, you'll find out we're not like this at all. Vlasic was batting all game, done well. If he was a passenger, we would have lost that one. Right. Well done, Moyes and the boys. Everton fan, hammers are flying, mate. We're loving every second of it. Carabao Cup and a Champions League spot. It's due. What does he say? Am I still laughing? Oh dear. Oh. Right. There's better teams than us, but no team tries harder. Great culture, work ethic, team spirit, and pride of shirts. All we can ask for. And that's what Moyes has instilled in the team. Areola was man of the match tonight. He's established himself as part of the club. That performance for us, Paul, was, is he going to be the long-term number one? Fabianski reckons he might be getting another year. but we still need a long-term one, and he looks like he wants to be here. So he needs to put in performances. That was a brilliant performance tonight. Does he Deer, Night All, Gaza, Ben Johnson was superb. 114 likes, 297 watching. Hit thumbs up, absolutely, guys. It helps with all the YouTube algorithms, promotes us more. More people get to see us. We're trying to push to that 10K as well. We're nearly at 9K, so we're trying to push that, and the thumbs up helps with that as well. Puts us more in front of more faces. Whole defense was fantastic, absolutely. Arthur is king. Is it possible to support a team that has just beaten Man City in the Man City Cup? Yeah, well, yeah, it has been the Man City Cup for the last 4 years. Smash the like button, please, people. Talk Sports, yeah, they are. They don't really talk about West Ham that much. NWO, best squad I can remember. And you tell you what, it's 40 minutes in. I finally made it to the bottom of the chat. So I'm going to leave it there. That's the end of the review. West Ham 0, Man City 0. West Ham through on penalties, scored every single one, inflicting Man City's first loss in the Carabao Cup in 5 years. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. If you want to be a member, go on the channel. There's lots of membership options to help support the channel. Very much appreciated. If you can afford it, do it. If you don't, just come and enjoy the streams. We love doing them. I believe there will be a player rating show tomorrow. And then, obviously, there'll be a preview and a watch along at the weekend for Aston Villa game. If you haven't done already, smash the like button. Thanks for joining us. And as always, come on, your irons.